Watching this back, of course, on replay, then again, just please tag when you have done this. I'm Meg. I'm joining you here from my Facebook group, Movement and Mindfulness with Megs. If you're watching this back on any other platform, I'll pop the link down below in the comments to come and join me if you are after more movement, strength, and also yoga. For this practice today, you're going to need 2 Jenga blocks. If you don't have them, then you'll be using a yoga block. All right, most people have a yoga block. Most people actually have Jenga blocks too, especially if you've got kids. We're going to be spending a fair bit of focus on our feet this week. So for those of you who are on my Instagram page, Watch Your Language, you'll notice that I've been talking a lot this week about feet and how important they are. I've recently, of course, done a foot health immersion workshop, which is now available. It's actually $10 off the usual price until I put it on my website. So that will be going up on the website at the end of the week. So if you are interested in that, comment below and I get in touch with you to send through the foot health immersion. So that will be specifically helpful for you if your arches of the feet have collapsed, if you have bunions, if you have back pain, hip pain, or knee pain, if you cannot move your toes individually, and if you sit down a lot, and if you wear shoes. It is a huge part of it, so I definitely recommend giving me a holler and I'll send you through the foot immersion. This is going to be a fiery flow. We're going to get some energy out. So we are going to actually start our practice today with some breath work. So I'm going to stay right here. It's completely up to you where you want to be for your breath work. If you would like to sit down, you can sit down. I want you to breathe from the belly. So when we come into this breath work, I want you to think of 3 areas that you're going to breathe in. The first one's going to be the belly, the second one's going to be the rib cage, the third one's going to be into the lungs. So it's like this huge balloon blowing up. So let's take a natural breath in. And open the mouth and let it go. Do that 2 more times. Again, inhale. And exhale. All right, breathing in for 5. Belly, rib cage, lungs. Hold. Breathing out for 5. Lungs, rib cage, belly. In for 5, belly, rib cage, lungs. Hold. Out for 5, lungs, rib cage, belly. Now hold at the bottom. So inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go for 2 more minutes in silence. It's a 5 count box breath. Off you go. You can extend it out to 6 counts, maybe go there. Two more rounds. Return back to your natural breath. I want you just to cultivate an energy of how you wish to feel today, right now. Whatever has happened before this moment is irrelevant. Whatever's happening today, tomorrow, next week, 6 months is irrelevant. You are either nowhere or now here. So pay attention to what's here in this moment. Give yourself permission to surrender any tension today, to yield, to let in, to not fight it, to say yes to discomfort, let it be. And it's in the spaces of discomfort, the challenges, the struggles, that we move forward and grow. Take one more breath in. And a breath out. Very gently, we are going to place those hands down into the ground. And just starting to move forward and back. So we're going to actually bring the knees wide, come into a child's pose, and then inhale, just come forward, modified plank. Now, being that this is a power practice, I will be pretty much minimally cueing this practice. Hence why I'm facing forward rather than sideways. I'll be sort of calling out the shapes as they are. This is not a beginner practice. So if you are brand new to yoga, then on my YouTube and also on this page, I have some beginner sequences that you can do. Again, it is not worth pushing past the ego to do something that doesn't feel right for you just yet. So it's about listening to your body. This will be a challenging and a pretty intense and a fiery practice, allowing us to sit in the difficulty and the challenges and to pause and breathe and see what we can find. Let's hold here in modified plank. So my tailbone is tucked under here, arms are straight. Now from this position, in modified plank, we're now going to circle through the wrists. So just 5 circles one way. Fingers are spread really wide as always when you come into any yoga practice. So good grip, good foundation on the ground. Let's change direction. So slowly going around. Beautiful. From this position, turn the fingertips out to the side now. Bring your knees in a little bit and very gently side to side. So super slowly, just keeping the arms straight, getting into the front of the wrists here. Now we're going to get pretty warm pretty quickly here today. So from this position, what you're going to do is tuck your toes, sit back onto your heels, and we're just going to roll those wrists out. If sitting back onto your heels doesn't work for you, just come up a little bit. That's totally fine. So really, really nice wrist rolls here, back the other way. Just out the way. Alrighty, let's place those hands back down to the ground. We're coming straight up to a downward facing dog this morning. So I want you to really move this around a little bit. So bend your knees and
wag your tail. Feel free to make this whatever feels good for you. So really intuitive movements here. Play around with different spaces. Maybe you even take off one hand and just explore. Like, again, we're here for about another 5 breaths. So just let this be your own. Maybe one hand reaches back and catches the opposite ankle. Last 2 breaths, wherever that takes you. And from this downward facing dog, ripple forward, high plank. Beautiful. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ripple back, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, high plank. This time bring your right knee into your nose and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ripple back, right foot goes down, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, ripple through, high plank. Left knee comes to nose, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, ripple back, downward facing dog, and walk your hands back to your feet. Keep the feet hip distance apart. Take an inhale, find a halfway lift, and exhale, bend the knees and fold. From here, keep the knees bent, sink into the heels. Inhale, chair pose. And as you exhale, bring the hands behind you. Find arrowhead arms. Inhale, find chair pose. And exhale, bend the knees, walk out and find high plank. This time in your high plank, we're just going to hold again here. So stabilizing through those wrists. Protract your shoulders, belly draws to spine. Push back with your heels and squeeze your quads. You can always drop your knees down at any point. Take a full breath in and then drop your knees. From here, bend the elbows, slide forward, and then come all the way down to the ground. Bring those hands nice and wide. Inhale, baby cobra, and exhale, come back down. So this is our spinal work here today until we come up to stand. So just really mindfully and slowly moving yourself through these beautiful spinal waves. Don't rush it. Just let your body soften. I'm going to go 3 more just because they feel really good. I don't know if anybody else has the same problem that I do with hair elastics. I had about 10 last week. And do you think I could even try and find 1 this morning? So I have no idea where they have gone. I'm thinking I'm going to blame my dog, but to be honest, probably not her fault. Last one here. So slowly coming back down to the ground, let's lift off those feet, coming into Shalabhasana straight away. Palms go back. Eyes stay down, and then really peel off here. Feet are off the ground, firing up that posterior chain. Holding for 10. Squeeze everything. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands back by the side of the chest. Tuck the toes, and from here we lift up and hover just a little bit for 10, 9, 8. You can put the knees down if you need to. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep through, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work, guys. From this downward facing dog, slowly walk your feet this time towards the front of your mat. And if you've got your yoga block handy, just make sure it's near the front of your mat now. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold that forward. Press through those heels. Inhale, chair pose, and stay for your exhale. Beautiful. From your chair pose, we are slowly going to come up to stand. Just move back a little bit. Looks like that's just tilted down a bit. All right, and we're going to now warm up through our hips. So slowly starting to lift up that left leg, and we're going to externally rotate it out to the side. Soften your right knee,
And like a bicycle, we're going to start to move through that left hip. So super, super slowly, just creating some circles here. Absolutely no rush. Visualize you are scraping chewing gum off the bottom of your foot. And then let's reverse it. So going back the other way. Keeping a soft knee bend in my right the whole time. So starting to warm up into the hips and the glutes. Last one here. Beautiful. And then from here, bringing the knee up in front of us. And we're going to inhale out to the side and exhale coming back. Inhale out to the side and exhale coming back. Inhale out to the side. You should be starting to warm up pretty quickly. Exhale coming back. 2 more. Inhale out to the side and exhale coming back. Last time, inhale out to the side and exhale coming back. Placing that foot down straight to the other side. So lifting up that right knee this time and externally rotating it slightly. Soften your left knee and start to pedal. So we do this in our movement classes actually at Infuse Health. I really like this one, to be honest. It's a really nice one to warm up the glute medius on the standing leg, fire up the muscles in the foot, and get some really beautiful movement through the hip on the right. Our hip is a ball and socket joint. It's meant to move, right? Not necessarily meant to be sitting in chairs consistently. So if you find that that is happening, then every hour set yourself an alarm on your phone and get up and move, right? Get yourself out of this stuck and stagnant rigidity that can be so common in the world we live in today. Bring the knee up, inhale out to the side, and exhale, bring it back. Keep a soft knee bend in that left side, and just really find your version of fluidity here. It's going to look different on everyone. Just let it feel good in your body. Inhale out and exhale back. And one more time, inhale out and exhale back. Beautiful. So from this position, we're just going to start to do some spinal waves. So as I mentioned, we usually do these on the ground in our cow-cats, but in this practice today, we're going to focus a lot from the feet. So I want you to really ground your feet down and just slowly move through your spine. So noticing every part of this, and I even invite you to shut down your eyes. I'm going to be here for at least another 3 or 4. Let go of your day, let go of any stuckness or any thoughts, any experiences that you've had in the last day or 2 or the last week that is just completely irrelevant to hold on to now. Come back up to neutral and let's change direction. So slowly starting to move the body the other way, which can feel super weird and different. Great. Paying attention to any areas that might feel stuck. Just honoring them. 3 more. We're going to really bring in a sense of looseness with this practice today. Creativity, fun, playful, all of that. Beautiful. Oh, nice work, guys. We are going to go straight into our feet first. So I mentioned at the start of the practice, if you have some Jenga blocks, you're going to use those. If you don't, you'll be using a yoga block, okay? So what we're looking for is to place the heel and the ball of the foot on the Jenga blocks or the yoga block. So I'm just demonstrating here onto the yoga block first. I don't want you to use your toes and I want you to keep a soft knee bend. So we're working from the tripod of the foot. If you're using the Jenga blocks, they are going to go on the flatter side. So you will place the heel and the ball of the foot on the yoga blocks, okay? It's kind of resembling like a Japanese slipper. Looks like that. All right, quite a robust area of your foot. So let's find that space. Right, the toes are lifted, soft knee bend, and now we're just going to balance for about a minute. So whether or not you're on your yoga block or the Jenga blocks, we're now coming into a fluid standing single leg balance on the blocks. my toes are lifted. So whether or not I'm on the yoga block or the Jenga blocks, like what I'm doing, I'm spreading my right toes. Now, feel free to bend your knee as much as you need here. And if you really want to add an element of difficulty, you are more than welcome to shut down your eyes. We have 30 more seconds. So really warming up the glutes pretty quickly. We might be doing some single leg work today. That kind of looks like where it's going, doesn't it? So I never plan these practices. Try to do my best to just work with my intuition and what I feel is necessary in the moment. 15. Notice again, you should be warming up very, very quickly here. So all those stabilizer muscles in around the ankle, the Achilles, the knee, and all through the whole leg, to be honest here. Plus, your core is starting to fire up. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Well done. So let's change sides with that now. So both those Jenga blocks on the ground, the lowest height. If you want to go higher, that's your choice. And we find the heel and the ball of the foot. Now, I go through a lot of this in the workshop that I just recorded, the foot health immersion, soft knee bend, and then we balance. Now, again, this is not my teachings. These are from my movement teachers, you know, Soichi Pochetta, from Ido Portal, the guys of the Foot Collective, Infuse Health. None of this stuff is my own. Always need to specify and say that. Stuff that I've learned over the years that has helped me immensely strengthen my glute med, my quads. I rarely lift weight with my legs. It's a lot to do with single leg work. And I feel my legs have been the strongest that they've ever been. And I have really good glute and hip stability. Because when we work single leg work, we really work all the stabilizers in and around it, which you can probably feel what's going on right now. All right, last 20 seconds or so here, guys. So you're just letting yourself be as fluid as possible. Soften your hands, your face, your jaw, all of that kind of stuff as well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move those blocks out of the way. So just one simple drill there that you can do to really help strengthen your glutes and the muscles of your feet. Feet together. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Let's get into this. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands and step back, high plank, and pause. From your high plank, bring the hands in closer together. Lift the right arm out in front of you. Lift the left leg and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the left knee to the left elbow and hold. 5, 4. Told you we were going there. 3, 2, 1. Spin onto the blade edge of your back foot. Bring the left foot out to the right side and find your way to fallen triangle. Lift up both your hips here. Right hand reaches to the sky. Full breath in. Full breath out. From here, come all the way back and around. Right hand goes down. Side plank on the right. Left foot stacks on top of right ankle. Left hand up or over the head. Breathe. We're going straight in. At any time, you can drop your bottom knee down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice work here, guys. From this position, place the left hand down. Sweep the left leg high. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, bend and open, wild thing. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop your hips down. From here, it's going to do a few little back bends here. Push down through your left heel. Inhale, open up through the chest. And exhale, come back down. 2 more of those. Inhale, open up through the chest. And exhale, come back down. Good. 1 more of these. Inhale, open up through the chest. And as you come back, find your way to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. From that downward facing dog, bring your feet wide. Walk yourself back to a yogi squat. And take a few breaths here. So just pausing here, notice what you feel. Give your wrists a roll if you need to. Some of that stuff can be pretty intense, so just breathe through it. From this position, slowly walking yourself back out.
Find your way to a downward facing dog. Nice work. Bend those knees a lot. Look forward and jump, step, or float between your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, folding forward. Chair pose, breathe in, and stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, and exhale, fold back down. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Beautiful. And exhale, step back, high plank, and hold. Bring those hands closer together. This time, right arm goes out, left leg goes back, and we hold for 5, 4, 3. I've just gone the wrong side. I just realized that. So right hand down, left hand goes out, right leg lifts. Got a little bit extra there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee, right elbow, hold. Do your best for 5, 4, 3, 2. Shoot right leg over to left side. Fallen triangle. Breathe here. Beautiful, guys. Slowly look down. Left hand down, side plank. Right hand will lift. Coming up, Vashisthasana, right hand reaches to front of room for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly, right hand down, right leg lifts, breathe in, exhale, bend and open straight over to Wild Thing, breathe in, and then slowly dropping your bum down to the floor. So left leg is straight. Push through your right heel. Inhale, sweep up for the back bend. And exhale, come back down. Again, inhale, sweep up for the back bend. And exhale, come back down. Good, one more time here. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, come back down. Right hand comes down. This time, a downward facing dog. And then bend your elbows and sweep your chest through. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Wow, nice work here, guys. Take a breath in and a breath out. Beautiful. From here, bend those knees, look forward. Option to do like a little handstand hop, jump, or a float, doesn't matter. Have a play to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, folding forward. Alrighty, bring your feet a little closer together this time. Drop those hips down. Inhale, chair pose. So as we come into this chair pose, it's always tight so they fall down consistently. So as we come into this chair pose, sink into those heels. And now we're going to come up onto the toes. Alright, maintaining the chair pose on the ball of the feet. Can we bring the hips down to knee height while still being on those toes, and can we breathe? So just pay attention to your breath. Still pull the belly button in towards the backbone here. Good. You know, you don't know how long you're going to be here for, and neither do I. So we may as well just sit in the pose, soften our face and breathe. Beautiful. From here, bring those knees wide, straight into crow pose. Hands come down, don't think about it. Knees on the back of the triceps. Maybe you lift one foot, maybe you lift the other, hold. And then step, jump, or float back to high plank. And then low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Does not matter what just happened there. Just have fun with it. Right leg lifts, breathe in. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale, super slowly. Start to ridiculously slowly bend your right knee, flex your foot, and step the right foot outside the right hand. Nice. Coming to our lunge position. I'm on my back tippy toes. Left hand to a block or the floor. Inhale, bring the right hand high. Now, from this position, you can either stay here or come into those left fingertips. Really use the tripod of your right foot to possibly lift up that left hand and breathe. Can we now hook the left elbow over that right knee, coming into our twisted prayer lunge. All right, really plugging out of the back heel on that left foot here. All right, turning your gaze, looking over your right elbow and really twisting that torso. Not much weight in those right toes. Good. From here, look down. We're going to bring our left knee in and hold flamingo pose here. Left foot off the ground. We've still got the twist. Holding for 5. I warned you there'd be some single leg work. 4, 3, 2. Slowly come all the way up. Bring the left knee into your chest. Whew, well done. From this position, with the left knee lifted, we're going to bring our left knee out to the side and hold. I'm just going to step back a bit. Hold here. We're making our way to half moon, but we want to pause here. So really getting into that left hip. How slowly can you find your way into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon? Right hand to a block or the floor. Flex the left foot, left hand to hip, or stack it like what I'm doing. And we move into our Ardha Chandrasana. If you want more, left hand can lift. Right hand comes to heart space. Maybe. Super unbalanced today. Perfect. It's meant to be messy. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend your right knee. Slowly step back to warrior 2. Now I want to talk on that for a moment actually. So as we land into this warrior 2, straight back leg, press into blade edge of back foot. Soften the shoulders down, bring the hands behind. Now I woke up with a really messy mind this morning. There's a lot going on, as we know. So thoughts of everything were just flying through my mind. You know, emotionally it's been a bit tough at the moment. So hence my balance is affected. So when we struggle with our balance shapes, it tells us a lot about the state of our minds. So just honoring that, accepting it for what it is and just understanding that rather than judging it or trying to make it any different, allows us to be okay with the space that we're in. Just meet yourself where you're at. It's the most kindest thing we can do for ourselves. Push down through that right heel. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse, and super slowly cartwheel down to the ground. Ridiculously slowly arch your upper back, step back, high plank, or leave the right leg lifted. Exhale, chaturanga. Pause for a bit. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, left leg lifts. Breathe in. Exhale, bend and open. Ridiculously slowly, like really slow it down. Start to slowly, slowly, slowly come forward. Flex the foot, keep the shoulders over the wrists, and step the left foot to the top of the mat. Come to a lunge. Righty, so we're in this sort of low runner's lunge. Right hand down for now. Left hand comes up and feel the twist. Now this is a bit of a play on balance, of course. So I want you to really feel the pressure down into your left foot here as you start to now flirt with taking those right fingertips off the ground and holding here. Do whatever you need to do to feel balanced. Breathe. I know this is challenging. Great, let's sit in it. Now can you bring your right elbow to your left knee and twist and straighten that back leg and hold. Looking over that left shoulder, wring out your torso here. And again, any stuck energy, our twists are so great for releasing any tension that is not necessary. Hold, breathe in, look down. We're going to slowly come into our flamingo pose with a twist. Lift up that back leg. No, do what you need to do here. It's meant to be messy. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, unravel. Slowly bring the right knee all the way up. Woo. Breathe. Well done.
Let's find our way to half moon. So slowly soften that left knee. Before we get there, you're going to hang out with this right hip out to the side. Hold for 5, 4, 3. I know this is uncomfortable. Perfect. While you're doing a power practice. 2 and 1. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Left hand comes down to a block. Right hand to hip to start. Flex your back foot. If you want more, right hand will lift. If you want more, bring up that left hand. Breathe. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable, guys. You know, Marissa Peer says, make the unfamiliar familiar. Go there. Soften your left knee. Play with your balance. Step back to warrior 2. 5 breaths here. Bring the hands behind the back. Yoga is the practice of imperfection. It is not what you see on Instagram. It is just about letting it be messy, letting it be what it is. Let go of the need for it to be perfect. Let go of the need for it to be right. Let go of the need for it to look like the person who is teaching it. Come into your body, experience it for what it is, and let that be okay. From your warrior 2, inhale, flip and reverse. And exhale slowly, cartwheel down. Take your time in this transition. Bring your shoulders over your wrists to create space. Step back, high plank. Slowly lower and hover. Here, hold. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do a couple of little kick throughs here. Bend your knees. Don't think about this too much. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Push into your hands. Bring your right knee up and kick the right foot through. Come back. Place right foot back, sink hips back over heels. Other side, right foot outside, right hand, left knee comes through, kick through, and then come back and crouch. Now maybe you speed it up. Sink back over the heels, jump, left foot outside, left hand. I'm just going to do a few of these today. So have a plate. Maybe you get a little air time through the middle. I'm going to go 4 more. A little bit of handstand practice. Let's call it fun. Maybe you have a different idea of fun than I do. That's okay. If it's challenging you, perfect. Let's go. Last one to go. Woo. Beautiful. From here, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. From this position, bend your knees, look forward. Make your way to your hands, however you get there. Breathe in halfway and exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Take a moment, shake it out. My goodness, my heart rate is like through the roof. So take a full breath in and let it go. Inhale, chair pose. Let's revisit that twist, I think. So bringing the hands to the heart. Keep yourself in chair pose as the knees stay together. Bring your left elbow to your right knee, making sure that that left knee hasn't crept forward. Loosen your toes and then twist. So really, really feeling into this twist here. Now we're going to go into a side crow, I think, today. So you can either stay here or bend the knees, come onto the ball of the foot. Place the fingertips down onto the ground. The fingertips are now facing the wall. Right, my elbows are wrapping inwards. Keep those elbows wrapping inwards as you bend the elbows a lot, create a shelf. And maybe those feet lift off. You want more? I've got the wall, I've got everything here on my head. Feel free to extend those legs out if the space is there. Hold for 5, 4, maybe you face planted, perfect. 3, 2, bring those feet back. Plant those toes back down. Come back up, chair pose. Inhale, lift up that left knee. Well done. This time extend it out long. Nice work, guys. So push with the sole of the foot here, working into those hip flexors. Take a full breath in, optional pistol squat, or place the foot down, slowly coming all the way down to the ground. Fight for it. Maybe you catch it at the bottom here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bum goes down, Navasana. Legs come up. Hold here, either bend the knees or keep them straight. From this position, take a full breath in and exhale, low boat. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, low boat. We're gonna do these a little bit quicker now. Inhale up, and exhale, low boat. 7 more. Inhale up, and exhale, low boat. If you want the hands to come back, work a full snap, feel free to go for it. So please, working at your own pace now for 5, for 4, definitely a timing thing for 3, for 2, and for 1. Start to rock and roll. All right, and we're going to come up through a pistol squat. Don't worry if this doesn't happen, right? So get ready to place the right foot on the ground, extend the left leg out long, use your hands if you need to, come up and stand, left knee to chest, slowly open out, step back, warrior 2. You're like, what the hell just happened there? I don't know. That's why I love yoga, I love playing, I love being creative. Just letting the mind just go wherever it does. Don't judge it, just have fun. Warrior 2, inhale, straighten the front leg. Now exhale, bring that back foot in a little bit if you need to. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach the right hand forward, bringing the right hand to the shin, and then opening up into this beautiful stretch. Just breathe. Optional, again, it's a power practice. If you want to bring that right arm forward and then reach the left arm over, engage your core enough here so you're supporting your spine. Breathe. Press through the right foot. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn your right foot parallel. Good. Take an inhale, bring the hands all the way up. And exhale, maybe you turn the toes inward and fold forward. Now, I'm not even going to a headstand today. I'm going to guide you through it if you'd like to join me in this headstand or give it a shot. Maybe you'd like to bring yourself closer to a wall. If you feel that, you can come down and cup your head. So I like to place the blade edges of my lateral side of the hand. So I've got the lateral edge leading off the little finger down onto the ground. Interlace the hands. Keep the thumbs open, and I start to press the top of my head, or cradle the top of my head with the elbows down. Now again, it's going to take a little bit of mobility too, so don't fight it, just work with what works for you. We definitely do not jump into this. It's not a jump. So I'm pressing down into my forearms, I'm cradling my head. It feels pretty comfortable. And then I come onto the toes, and I want to try to get those hips stacked above my shoulders enough so that I can actually feel those toes lift. And maybe you stay there, or start to engage through those inner thighs. I haven't done a headstand in ages. And bring those toes together and squeeze your butt. And the head is supported, of course, because it's in like a little case. It's held by your hands. Holding here should feel really good for 5. Again, a great place to practice is against a wall, of course. Never ever jump into it. Never ever work from your ego when injuries happen. All right, to practice like anything. To come out of it, straddle. Engage the core. So you want to keep the tailbone tucked under and ridiculously slowly start to chase the ground with your feet. And keep the head down for a moment. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Walk yourself back to the front. Nice. Step back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Breathe in, cobra or upward facing dog. Good, and exhale, downward facing dog. Nearly there, guys. Bend your knees, look forward. Your variation, maybe a handstand play, maybe not, doesn't matter. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Press through the feet, rise all the way up. Come to stand. Bring those feet together, chair pose. Breathe in. Bring the hands to the heart, squeeze the inner thighs here, bring that right elbow over the left. Keep the knees in alignment with each other. The right one's going to want to creep forward, and then start to turn and twist. I'm a little bit further away from the wall this time. It was interesting before. So holding this position, or come onto the balls of the feet, place the hands down, fingertips are facing to the side of your mat. Tuck in a little ball, use your elbows as a shelf, bend the elbows a lot, and start to find the shelf and turn your head to the right. Maybe you start to extend those legs out, hold for 5 or whatever, or face plant. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, slowly come back. Beautiful. Find that chair pose and start to bring the right knee up. Hold. Extend, hand in front. Now remember, the pistol squat is optional. You can just put both feet down and just come down to the ground, however that is. Listen to your body. Slowly coming down. Find the space. Maybe you catch it, maybe you don't, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Navasana. Now again, you can either work into this variation or a full crocodile snap. Arms go back. We've got 10. Your choice. 9. This is your core work. 8 or compression. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, some little rest here, just as we pause. Maybe 5 or 6 rock and rolls, just let that go. Now, however, we're going to come up to standing. We're going to try and do it from the left foot. I really encourage that you use your hands as much as you need to, or use your right foot. So however we get there, we're going to do our best. Place the left foot down, come up. Oh, well done. Slowly rotate that right leg out to the side and find your way to a warrior 2. Ooh. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, flip the front palm, straighten your front leg. Bring that back foot in a little bit if you need to. Exhale, reach forward, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Again, you can either stay here if you still want that fire. Engage the core. Bring both hands over and rotate and open your right chest. Push through the left heel. Slowly unravel. Rotate the left foot inwards. Take an inhale. Maybe you pigeon toe the feet, and exhale. This time we just forward fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let your head go. Let all of that go, in fact. It was challenging. You know, maybe some of the things in that practice you struggled with like I did. Don't hold on to it. Just acknowledge it for what it is. That moment is now gone. You're here. You're in this forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Slowly just rotate yourself back to the front. Last vinyasa. Plant the hands down, step back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Maybe hold at the bottom of the push-up for 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Find your way into Sphinx Pose. Shut your eyes. You know, attachment is what keeps us suffering. So if we are attached to the yoga practice we just did, and how we were unable to get the pistol squat or the side crow, that takes up space in our bodies. It's called a samskara, a block. And the more blocks we have, the more things we hold on to, the more we stop the flow of our own energy. We become rigid, agitated, tired, exhausted, resentful, judgmental, critical. We don't sleep, and our bodies start to fall apart. So think about the things that are blocking you, the things we're holding on to, conversations, emails, the world we live in today. Are we choosing to get pissed off with it, or are we able to flow the best we can, even though it is uncomfortable and difficult and brand new for all of us? We're not going back to how things were, we never will. So we need to let go of that. We need to do our best to move through the grief and the pain of that. It is difficult, 100%, but if we are holding a vision and a thought of when we get back to normal, personally, I don't think we'll ever go back to how things were. And I think it's about embracing the newness and the curiosity of what is unfolding at the moment and allowing ourselves to just lean in and surrender. That way we keep ourselves healthy and well, and we're able to pivot much easily when things don't go our way. The more space we have in our bodies, the less blocks, the more energy we have. From here, we're going to twist our spine in a beautiful shoulder opener as well today called Scorpion. Come onto your right fingertips, left hand out to the side. Slowly peel yourself open here, 5 breaths. So this is our twist today, but also incorporating a delicious shoulder opener. You know, it just is what it is. Sometimes that isness is really freaking uncomfortable. Just like that power yoga practice. But I really invite you to just give yourself permission to sit in it. You know, every day my word is to surrender. Surrender more. Surrender when there's tension. I choose to let go. I choose to let in. Just make my life easier. Whatever is unfolding in front of me is going to unfold anyway. The more I choose to surrender, the more I don't hold on. Slowly come back to center. Let's do the other side. Right hand goes out. Left fingertips turn and twist. I'm not saying it's not easy. It's not. It's really big emotional times at the moment. But by resisting it, by holding tension to it, by getting frustrated with it, by getting annoyed with it, by blaming, by holding on to guilt, by pointing fingers, it doesn't help. Give yourself permission to surrender and just see if you can move through it a little bit lightly. Come back to center. And finishing our practice, just onto our backs. So we're going to be here for just about 3 minutes. If you would like more, please take it. Let everything be long. Extend those hands out, palms face up. Relax your bones, your skin, your muscles, and your face. Breathe in. Open the mouth and let it go. Just be here. And of course, if you have the time, please stay. But if you do need to get on with your day, just take a deep breath in with the energy of how you want to feel when you walk away from this practice. And open your mouth and release something. Release some judgment, release a thought, release a block, something that's stuck. Let it go. It is really not worth your attention or energy anymore. Wriggle your toes, your fingers. Turn the corners of your mouth up into a gentle smile and say thank you to yourself. Let's really feel into that space. Roll over, just very gently coming up to seated. And as you come up to seated, I just want you to pause. shut down your eyes for a moment. And just feel into gratitude. You know, none of us know what's going to happen tomorrow. So what can we be grateful for today? It is really uncomfortable times right now for so many of us. So rather than fight it, rather than wish it to be different, or when I get here it's going to be perfect then, what if it's not? The reality of the situation is that none of us know. So be true to yourself, keep coming back to the things that light you up. Gratitude, appreciation, and of course your natural state, which is love. Offer that shit out everywhere right now. If you feel yourself judging or comparing or pointing a finger or resenting someone, let it go. Come back to having compassion, understanding that we are all human, we are all struggling right now, and we are all one. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to honor your space, your soul. I did a live yesterday of just how much I am being reminded to come back to listen to this in my intuition. No matter what directions I feel I'm getting pulled in at the moment, my body will always be my biggest teacher. Bring your thumbs to your mouth as you pay attention to the words you speak, for they become the house you live in. And the thumbs to your third eye as you honor yourself, for we can never ever pour from an empty cup. From my heart to yours, namaste. Be kind today, everyone. That's all we can do. When we feel the body tense, I talk about it in my book, when we close, we stop the flow moving through our bodies. We are not able to be present. We are operating off autopilot when we are here, and we are shutting down our nervous system. When we are here, when we are open, we are receptive, and we can offer love. It is really that simple. So thank you so much. Again, if you're following this on YouTube and you want more, the link will be below to come and join me in my group. That was a tough practice. Don't judge it, don't compare it to any other practices you do. It was what it was in that moment. I struggled too. So thank you for sharing this with me. I'm so grateful. Have an amazing day, everyone.